What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, normally I'd have a game up today. Somewhere I've been, somewhere I've eaten food, but unfortunately I haven't been able to get out recently. That's going to change this week. I'm going to try and get to a couple of games. So today's video is coming off the back of the previous one I've uploaded, reacting to my Premier League 2022-2023 prediction. It's actually doing really well, approaching 100k, so loving the support right now on the channel, so thank you very much. Now, I wasn't actually going to do this video. I was actually going to do what Mikey JC suggested. You should do this with your daughter's predictions as well. Yes, of course. Mia predicted the Premier League season at the start. Some wild picks in there, so it would have been good to compare my predictions versus hers. Honestly, I did try.
Hello! I'm an old lady. I just did a fart on you.
No! Oh, Mia. So with no luck there, I thought I'd turn my attentions to other creators in this space. I'm going to match myself up against some of the other guys and their predictions to see how I'm doing. Because 86 points, I mean, is that good? Is it bad? I don't know. So let's find out. Today I'm going up against Fogden, Fogdad. I've got Spencer, FNG, Vizza, James Alcott, Stumpeg, Kieran Carlin, and Rory Jennings. These are just some of the channels I watch on the regular. All of these have done Premier League predictions. Some of them have done revised ones. I get why they've done it. They've done it after the transfer window shut, but we've had like 3 or 4 weeks of the season. No. Original predictions only. Again, the point system is exactly the same as the previous video. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out. But ultimately, you get docked points for how far your team was away from your original prediction. For example, if you're predicting Arsenal come 5th, but they're actually 1st, that's 4 points you accrue. By the way, Tom commented on the previous video. He said, if Arsenal wasn't in your top 3, you don't know ball, I'm afraid. Well, let's see how many of these other creators know ball. And we'll kick things off right at the bottom with Southampton. Now, rather than going through everyone's predictions individually, because that's going to take forever, I'm just going to showcase the best and worst predictions. And the best predictions for Southampton, it was myself. I said they'd go down in 18th, and 2 others thought that as well, Vizza and James Alcott. The worst prediction for Southampton, however, 8 points. It was Spencer, unfortunately, thought they'd come 12th. I'm not sure what you saw there, to be honest, but obviously as these predictions, the highs and the lows go through, you can probably start to piece together who's going to be winning this particular league and who's going to be losing. Next in 19th was Everton. Best prediction, there was only one man who got it right, spot on, 0 points. Vizza, he's called it, 19th place Everton to go straight down. Amongst the worst though, 5 points. Yeah, that was me, I said Everton would come 14th, but it wasn't just me. Fogdad, Spencer, Stumpeg, and Rory Jennings all called that as well. Now here comes one of the first predictions, which has really thrown off the points this season. It's West Ham. A lot of people said they'd finish top half. 7th, 8th, 9th was a popular choice. As I say, they currently sit 18th, so we all did bad here. But Vizza, once again, he's amongst the best, 7 points. He didn't think much of West Ham this year. He said that they'd come 11th. The worst of the bunch, they grabbed themselves 11 points. FMG, James Alcott, Stumpeg, Kieran Carlin, Rory Jennings all said that they'd come 7th. Don't get me wrong, there was a few people that said 8th as well. Quite a few people got 10. As I say, we're only doing the best and the worst. So that's the relegation sorted out. Just outside in 17th, we've got Bournemouth. Now, every single person, barring one, actually said that Bournemouth will go down rock bottom, 20th place. That's everyone, apart from Mr. Kieran Carlin. He still thinks Bournemouth will go down, but he's got them in 19th, so just 2 points for him there. He's the best one. Everyone else, 3 points. Bournemouth fans, let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with this? Into 16th, we've got Wolves. Best performance on this one was Spencer, Vizza, and Rory. The worst prediction was actually FNG. He's got 4 points. He's got them down to finish 12th, which is still possible. Into 15th, it's Leicester. Vizza, once again, absolutely smashed it. Just 1 point dock. He said they finished 14th, but the worst person on this prediction was actually Fogdad. He's got himself 8 points. He had Leicester down to finish 7th. Leeds, just 1 man got it spot on. It was Mr. James Alcott, currently 14th. He says 14th. The worst on this occasion was Rory. He said Leeds were actually going to go down in 19th, which means he's been docked 5 points. And you can really see how people's points are really going off in different directions at the moment. Next up, Nottingham Forest. Quite a few people said that they'd go down this year. I actually got 3 points, but the best performers were 2 points. And that was James Alcott and Spencer, as they put him in for 15th place. The worst guess on that one was actually Fogdad. He's gotten down in 18th, so 5 points for him. And then we move on to 12th, Crystal Palace. One team that I did get spot on. 0 points for me, but also 0 points for Fogden, Fogdad, and Kieran Carlin. The worst take is actually someone that's been performing well up until now, Vizza, but just 3 points. If that's the worst it's going to get for him, he's doing all right. 11th is Aston Villa, and once again, I'm amongst the best picks. In addition to that, we've got Fogdad, FNG, Stumpeg, and Kieran Carlin. And the worst guess for Villa was actually Spencer. He hadn't come 7th. That's 4 points for him. Obviously, at the halfway point, Chelsea were there. Not now, though. Where are they now? Oh, no, they are still 10th. But there's only 4 points between 5th and 10th. It's getting congested there. Big points lost, of course. The best picks actually thought Chelsea would come 5th. So that's 5 points for Fogdad, Spencer, Vizza, and Kieran. And the worst predictions for Chelsea at the halfway point was myself, FNG, James Alcott, and Stumpeg. We all said that Chelsea would come 3rd this year. I remember when I put my prediction up, a lot of people disagreed with that, even Chelsea fans. But I go back to it, Raheem Sterling. It's just not paid off. 7 points for all of us there. Next up in 9th, we've got Liverpool, and the best pick here was actually Rory. He got 6 points. He was the only one that predicted Liverpool come outside the top 2. He's gotten down as 3rd. On the flip side of that, the worst was actually 8. That was Spencer. He said Liverpool would win the league this year, and he was the only one to say that. Everyone else said Man City, but we'll get to them. But right now, we're in 8th, it's Brentford. I don't really want to hear about this. But the best take on this one was actually Vizza, just 2 points. He had Brentford to finish 10th. No one else got really near that. It was mainly sort of like 6, 7, 8 points. Me, I went whole hog, didn't I? I said they'd come 19th. So that cost me 11 points. Worst take there from me. Into 7th, we've got Brighton having a great season, of course, and Vizza actually predicted that they'd come 8th. So again, just 1 point for him. The worst prediction for Brighton actually came from Spencer and FNG. They both said 13th place, so they grabbed themselves 6 points. Into 6th at the halfway point, it was Fulham, who actually at the time of recording play Spurs tonight. If they win that, they'll go into 5th. Great season for them so far. But who predicted that they'd do so well? Well, absolutely no one. But the best pick was actually from Rory. He had them down in 15th. Everyone else had them much further down. Many had them to go down, including Kieran Carlin. Remember, he didn't predict Bournemouth would be rock bottom, but he did predict Fulham will be rock bottom. And this is actually the worst prediction so far. From 20th to 6th, 14 points he's grabbed. It's not looking good for Kieran. And although that is just a point, it's worth pointing out that many did say that they'd come 19th. So lots of these guys did get 13 points as well. Big points given there. Into 5th, it's my lads Tottenham. I think as you get higher up, it becomes a little bit easier. But having said that, only one person said Spurs would get 5th. Plenty of people very optimistic this year. 4th, 3rd, 2nd for one person in particular. But the person that did get it spot on at this point of the season was FNG. Neil Poir for him. And Mr. Rory Jennings, 3 points for him. Very confident that Spurs will come 2nd this year. Into 4th, we've got Man United. 2 people got it spot on. Neil Poir for Fogdad, and again, FNG. As for myself, Spencer, Vizza, James Alcott, Stumpeg, Kieran, and Rory, we all said 6th. We've underestimated Man United this year. Into 3rd, it's Newcastle, another one that's having an amazing season, but who predicted it? No one. Well, no one said that they'd be 3rd. But myself, Fogden, and Vizza all predicted that Newcastle would come 7th. We were quite optimistic about their season. Pretty much everyone else put 8th, but we did have Fogdad, Stumpeg, and Rory Jennings all stick them in 9th, which got them 6 points, of course. We're down to the top 2 now. Man City in 2nd, and one man got it spot on. It was Spencer after he predicted Liverpool come top. He did say Man City would be 2nd, so he is spot on at this point of the season. And everyone else who predicted Man City would win it, and it's still possible, but it's slipping away, isn't it? Let's be honest. They all said City would win it, so we've all got 1 point there. But let's not forget about Tom's comment at the beginning of this video. Did any of these channels have Arsenal in their top 3? Thus meaning they know ball. I can categorically say that nobody had Arsenal in their top 3, which means, that makes me feel a little bit better. They're having a great season. A few of these actually get paid because they know ball. Allegedly. Not the being paid, the knowing ball. But ultimately, does it matter? It doesn't matter. So yeah, the best predictions for Arsenal were those that said 4th, and that was Vizza, Spencer, and Kieran Carlin. They all grabbed 3 points, and the worst predictions were those that said that Arsenal would come 6th. It's 5 points for Fogden, Fogdad, and FNG. That, my friends, concludes the best and worst of the predictions throughout the table so far. How do I stack up against the rest? Well, here it is. And can we just take a moment to appreciate how good Vizza has done? 60 points. That's 26 places better off than 2nd place. As you can see there, FNG sits 2nd with 86 points, alongside myself, James Alcott, and Kieran Carlin. We all got 86. The way I've sorted that out is based on the actual predictions themselves. Who got the most correct? Near and FNG, he actually got 2 right. He guessed that Man United would come 4th. They were 4th, and Tottenham would come 5th, and they were 5th at the time. Myself, James, and Kieran all had 1 spot on. Me and Kieran with Palace in 12th, and then James with Leeds in 14th. But again, how did I then sort that out? I actually put it down to who had the worst prediction. So the worst was Kieran with 14 points. Fulham bottom of the league. The next worst prediction was James. He said Fulham would go down as well, but he said they'd come 17th. That's 13 points. And then you had my worst prediction, which was Brentford in 19th. That was 11 points. So that's how I've sorted that out. Following Kieran in 6th, you've got Fogden. He's beat his dad in 7th. Fogdad. Spencer sits on 94 points after that. Rory also on 94 points, but Spencer did get 1 spot on, which was Man City in 2nd, of course. And then Stumpeg 4 points beyond those 2 with 98 points. It's still early days. This is the halfway point, but it's a good measure of how we're doing at the moment. How do you think this table's going to look at the end of the season? Do you think we can lower our points? Vizza, I think he's going to get even better, because we're all predicting that Chelsea and Liverpool should go a little bit higher. But no, he's absolutely smashed it so far. Obviously, if you watch any other creators that I haven't included in this, make sure you put their predictions in the comments below. Let us know how many points they got. And of course, your predictions as well. Where do you sit in this table? Thanks for watching this one. I'll be back with more videos soon. But until then, I'll see you in the next one.